Question first, where are your gloves?
Yeah, well, first thing I just want to say to everybody is it is incredibly inspiring to see the resilience of the city of Eureka, the people of St. Louis County and Missouri as they're coming out to fight this historic flood. We've been traveling today. We were in Neosho, Missouri earlier. After that, we're in Van Buren, Missouri. Missouri is seeing flood levels that in many places we haven't seen in Missouri's recorded history. Now, what I will say, first of all, incredible thanks to our first responders who've conducted hundreds of operations and have been saving lives. And as you see right behind me, we have an incredible group of volunteers who've come out. We're putting in a lot of hard work to make sure that we're protecting the city of Eureka.
You spoke to the president about what's going on in your state?
I did. I spoke to the president today, and his message to me was, he said, Eric, I've seen what you and the people of Missouri are doing. Keep it up. You're looking strong. And he said also, let us know what you need. One of the reasons why I declared a state of emergency last Friday was so that if we reach the threshold for a federally declared disaster, anyone who's been affected since Friday will be able to connect to those resources as well.
Governor, with these serious floods happening with more frequency, what are we doing, or what can we do in the interim to prevent this from being a problem?
So one of the things that we've already done from my public safety perspective, we've got a great director of public safety, Drew Juden, and you've seen we've responded to this emergency differently than past emergencies. So for example, when we were warned that this weather was coming, we proactively went out, declared a state of emergency, which allowed us to position swift water rescue teams around the state. Those swift water rescue teams, as I mentioned earlier, have conducted hundreds of operations, literally saved hundreds of lives around the state. So number one, we're being proactive. You also saw yesterday I signed an executive order activating the National Guard. We've got the National Guard out here today working alongside our volunteers. We've ordered over 1 million sandbags, 200 tons of sand, so that we're ready and prepared for these fights.
Is there a role for the state to play in trying to address why these floods are coming at such a frequency and try to alleviate that?
Absolutely. What we're committed to doing in the state of Missouri is protecting the people of Missouri. And that includes making sure that we are prepared for and doing everything we can, working with the Army Corps of Engineers, local county officials, state and federal officials, to make sure that we can do everything in our power to make sure that we're saving lives and protecting property moving forward.
Is there a message that you have for viewers and people in
Yeah, so a couple of really important messages. Number one, please make sure that you and your children stay safe. One of the things that happens is that as the rain stops, people often assume that things are safe. If you see standing water, please turn around, don't drown. We've had a few casualties in the state of Missouri, mostly because people have been driving into standing, moving water. So that's number one. Make sure that you keep your families and your children safe. Number two, check in with your county emergency management directors. And if you can, come out and lend a hand in places like Eureka. What gives all of us so much hope and so much strength is when you see incredible volunteers like this, who step forward to serve and make sure that they are serving side by side with their fellow neighbors. It shows what a courageous, resilient state we have.
Governor, I have a question. What else is the state doing I noticed the sandbags and evacuations. What else is your state doing to help?
Yeah, so a couple of things that we've been doing. So first of all, I mentioned we declared the state of emergency on Friday. So what that meant is that we put in place these swiftwater rescue teams from around the state. That's Missouri's Task Force 1. That's the Missouri State Highway Patrol swiftwater rescue teams. We also activated the Fire Mutual Aid Network. And what that allows is for us to draw from resources around the state to flex operational capability to the places where it's most needed. Then our focus then was on saving lives. Now that we've moved to the flood fighting stage, we've obviously activated the National Guard, proactively ordering in, as I mentioned, 200 tons of sand, over 1 million sandbags to make sure that we have all of the resources that we are ready for. And then we continue to coordinate with the White House and our federal partners to make sure that we have every resource available to meet these historic floods.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Certainly, the Merrimack River is the jurisdiction of the Army Corps of Engineers. Would the state press the Corps to do more to look into why these floods are coming with frequency?
We've already had a productive meeting with the Army Corps of Engineers. I did early in the administration. They've been talking with folks in our Department of Public Safety, and I know that they're going to be committed to working with us to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to save save lives and protect property here in the state of Missouri. And we look forward to continuing to work with the Corps on this and other important issues.
And you feel that there were deficiencies in the previous administration's reaction to some of these floods?
You know, what I can tell you is that what we're doing is we're doing things differently. We're taking a very proactive approach to this, making sure that we're pre-positioning swift water rescue teams, getting ahead of these emergencies as much as possible. Our philosophy is we're going to go big, we're going to go early. Again, when I was a Navy SEAL, one of the things that we recognized was that we had to be ready for every possible contingency. We're doing the same thing here. We want to protect lives, protect property, and that means being proactive and making sure that we have all of the resources that we need ahead of time. Great. Guys, thanks again for